I now wish to invite the Honorable W.G. James to the podium.
Mr. Speaker, Mr. President, the failure to fix our hobbling education system is holding South Africa back from achieving its full potential. The inequality of opportunity for children is a rude rebuke to the very idea of the South African dream. The same inequality divides our children from one another in schools, our children's futures, and even how they think as adults. There is not enough appreciation of why education is of such fundamental importance to the success of our country. Education prepares individuals for the world of work. Education is how we learn to discover and to deploy information. Education refines the human ability to make sound evaluations and good judgments. Opvoedkunde is belangrik en 'n mate veel groter as die nodige bydrae wat dit maak ten opsigte van ekonomiese groei. It is the principal means by which we understand the mysteries of this world and our place in it. And Mr. Speaker, it fosters a better understanding of the interests, the needs and desires of everyone so that we may treat one another with greater sympathy and greater respect, irrespective of the different choices we make or the experience that shapes our lives. It follows that there is nothing more important in a democracy than building a quality, functional educational system. President Jacob Zuma spoke about the National Development Plan, but he did not elaborate. Let us therefore look at 3 proposals contained in the NDP relevant to education. The NDP proposes to introduce incentive schemes linked to the annual national assessments, the ANAs, to reward schools for consistent improvements. It also defines competency as achieving 50% or more. And it seeks to improve literacy, numeracy, mathematics and science. But instead of plainly saying how the government could achieve these 3 objectives, the President spoke about reviewing teacher salaries and service conditions. To us, it sounds like an election ploy, a nod and wink to the teachers' unions. He failed to establish the link between improved remuneration and performance. The DA would like to offer practical proposals to fix our broken education system and meet the NDP's objectives. For example, whether we go for the essential service option or not, to lock in stability, we propose that wage bargaining in the education sector ought to take place every 5 years. Agreement should have built-in annual increases and be invalid for the full 5 years. The principle of no work, no pay must be strictly applied. Teachers must be in class teaching and learners should be in class learning for 7 hours a day. Mr. Speakers, beyond schooling, the evidence is clear that the private sector is training most of the apprentices and highly skilled technical workers we have. It is equally apparent, we must point out, that universities and professional associations are running de facto cartels, which restrict the supply of medical doctors, accountants, lawyers and engineers, and these things drive up salaries. And to compound this, we are failing to retrain workers to deal with the unstoppable changes in workplace technologies and the shockwaves of labor market changes in the face of our global interdependent economy. To address these problems, tax breaks, cash freed up from the obsolete sector education and training authorities, the SETAs, and trade union investments in the retraining and upskilling are measures we should all look at very carefully. But this government hesitates to implement practically minded innovations for reasons of ideology. It does not seem to grasp what both learners and the employers are asking for. Recent research indicates that employers of unskilled workers look for matric and a relevant qualification, previous work experience, communication proficiency, and trustworthiness and civility. For skilled workers, they look for the same things, for a higher education qualification, previous experience, communication proficiency, and trustworthiness and civility. Honorable Speaker, this is why having quality education matters. This is why the introduction of the Treasury's Youth Wage Subsidy Scheme to give young South African workers experience matters. Dit is waarom kommunikasie in ons veeltalige land saak maak. This is why building trust through civility matters. It matters because these qualities would more likely lead towards a job, in building trust, and to bring back hope in a land yearning to be respected once again for succeeding against the odds. So tell us, Mr. President, how do you plan to lead us towards success against the odds? Your State of the Nation address did not tell us. Perhaps your response to our remarks will. The nation would like to know. The nation deserves to know. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Speaker.